Hello everyone, this is RedDoot. Women, what is a surprising fact you discovered about men? Many men get an erection in the morning. Morning moves around the globe every 24 hours. This means that there is an erection wave that has been going around the globe without end since the beginning of any species with which this started. You can get a boner even if you're not horny. Unwanted boners are especially when you are in front of the whole class, making a report and your suddenly is like hello. When they say they don't know why they feel a certain way, they actually don't know. I find it crazy and I couldn't trust it the first times. Wait until you find out that lots of the time we don't even know how we feel. Happy, sad, angry, calm. Sometimes I have to really sit down and try to get to the bottom of it, and guess what, sometimes I can't. Also, when my wife shows me 3 selfies and asks which is my favorite, then asks me why my choice is my favorite, I literally have no clue. I just like it. My answer may change in 5 minutes when she asks me again. And if you look at the balls long enough, you see they are moving like crawling gentle waves. I don't know how to describe it. I've had these things my whole life and didn't know that. Must have been a new software update or something. Balls shrink when getting cold. The testicles are supposed to be in the optimal temperature, always, that's why they are on the outside, cause inside the body would be too hot. On summer days you have the hanging to your knees balls, and in winter you get the little marbles you can't find. The moving is not just visible but also nice to feel. When my hands are really cold, I usually use my balls to warm them up, and then you can feel the movement inside your palm. Feels a little like a snake crawling your hand. They take compliments very seriously. As in, you give them a compliment and they treasure it like the world. It's very sweet that they value them so much, but also kind of sad that they don't feel appreciated to a point where a simple "you're very nice" or "you're really funny" is solid gold to them. A female classmate commented on my Instagram post, saying the way I was standing in the photo was very cute. That was 10 years ago, and I still think about it sometimes, makes me smile a bit inside. But they have a whole set of unsaid rules about where to pee in public bathrooms. But they want to be loved as badly as we do, and they're also mushy-gushy. As a guy, yes. More than anything, I want to cuddle up on the couch with hot chocolate and matching pajamas, watching Christmas movies all day. I want to have Halloween couples costumes, New Year's kiss, all of the sappy dumb shit. Movie nights, dates, having your best friend by your side. Most of all on this list, I just want be held. Not anyone's fault as to why that hasn't happened yet, I just haven't met that person yet. I am constantly floored by how little some men know about their close friends' lives. I know multiple men who speak to their best friends super regularly, but could not say with certainty if they're single, what kind of work they do, where they work, etc. I don't understand it at all, but I just keep meeting men like this. I once worked with a guy for 3 years and never learned his name. Best friend I ever had. We still never talk sometimes. I don't know what my 2 best friends do for a living. I've known them for 4 years. I went to their weddings. We talk almost every day. We do all kinds of shit together. If either of them quizzed me, I'd be fucked. I love those guys though. They like being the little spoon too. At 80% of the time they concretely mean exactly what they say, which is why only 20% of the time they understand what I'm saying. You guys can sit there and think about nothing. Our brain has a neutral gear. How much they touch you. My boyfriend won't let me sit away from him when we're together, long distance pain, and he'd be touching me in some way, hand on my leg, twisting my hair with his fingers, holding my wrist while he scrolls on his phone, or looming over my shoulders while I eat and on. I find it funny when while standing he absent-mindedly holds my waist instead of keeping his hand on his. The fact that men really are physically stronger. I always assumed this was purely based on size, but I'm a woman who works out every day, lifts weights, yoga, jogging, piloting. My older brother doesn't exercise outside of an occasional hike. He's 4 inches taller than me and 10 pounds lighter than I am. I'm a dress size 0 or 2. He's faster than me on a hike, including backpacking, and can lift up heavier things. It makes me so angry. Yeah. My first BF was the same height as I am and even weighted a bit less. When we fooled around we sometimes fought who gets to be on top and tried to hold the other down. It was always 50-50s. Until he confessed he is just pretending to lose sometimes while I always gave 90% plus. I didn't believe him and challenged him to use all he got. Let's say the outcome was very sobering. I had no chance. It's just not fair. There was a story on here about a couple who used to wrestle, and the woman would always think she won, but the man was letting her win. One day his phone rang during their wrestling and he just put her to one side. She was upset that he'd been letting her win and split up with him over it. What a bizarre thing to break up over. Thanks for watching, this was RedDoot. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to check out my other content.